Yeah. Oh, I'm not even going to say good morning or good afternoon. All right, let me have it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just get this underway so I can go I can go take Leia to the river or something other than think about what went down last night. How's everybody doing? Bucks? David, how you doing, bud? Oh, he says they should have facial ID to identify the fans who threw the jerseys on the ice, right? You're fairly confident Cats 2, Leafs 1. Yeah, that would be the game 7 score, wouldn't it? That would be. I mean, we've had game 7s. One of them went to overtime, and then one of them almost went to overtime. How freaking crazy is it that we have a team so good we're pissed about a game 7 to go to the Eastern Conference Finals? That you're not wrong. And I think tomorrow I'll lean into that. But for today, man, today I'm with Steven. What a horseshit game. I'm with Steven this morning. Yeah, I did not have a great game. Jameson says, I said we'll go to the Maple Leafs bar in Vancouver Sunday if the series went 7, so I'm making good on that. Jameson, when the Panthers advance, if you don't ever hear from me again on this channel, it's been an honor knowing you all. Oh, boy. How you doing, Ted? The Preakness? No, I never been a horse racing guy. David, if it was any better. Hey, Manny, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I know. Game 7. I know. Lax says that was Toronto's best in an elimination game. I'm not worried. Panthers played awful. We definitely played just we just can't what's the word? Like there's just can't talk. I know that not every teams don't win every series where the other team is about to be eliminated. But they just have these nights where you're just like, how do you show up like this? Oh, Harvard said my AC kicked the bucket during the game. Oh God, that's funny. Hey Ryan, how you doing, bud? Kyle just woke up. What I can say is, I don't know what kind of mood we're gonna both be in by the time we get to the Dallas game tonight. That's what I can say. Oh boy, was not anticipating this. But when we were down 2-0 in the series, I guess we take game 7, right? IDK certainly was Florida's worst in the third. Yeah. Yeah, the energy was lackluster. Exactly. Colin says, for once I looked at what Pomo had to say, and for once it wasn't something stupid or being a smart ass. Yeah, I listened to what Nosik had to say, what Kachuk had to say, kind of what I said in the recap, not getting enough shots, and what Pomo had to say about just they played not to lose. They played like they were afraid not to lose. It's almost like they said, okay, we know Toronto's going to come at us because it's an elimination game, and we just want to hold serve. Like we didn't play to win that game. Black says we won 3 in a row. It was very hard to win 4 straight in the playoffs, and that's true. That's true. Colby, well, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll have something out tomorrow morning. Occam's Razor says, Morning Jaws, I think the Panthers made a mistake not closing the series out. Game 7s are literally like a throw of a dice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's Verhaeghe in overtime, right? You know what I mean? It just – I had Panthers in 6, so I'm out. Dangle had Panthers in 7. So I just wonder if we win this series in 7, if his fan base is going to blame him because he picked Panthers in 7. Wouldn't that be? Ugh. Ryan says, I predicted, to game 7. Yeah. Yes, you did. Yeah, 32 shots, right? He's Ted Kyle's here. He's getting his breakfast and whatnot. Colby says, Leafs have all the momentum and juice since theirs to lose. Leafs definitely want it more because will determine the rest of their time. Reminds me of the importance Panthers-Rangers game 4. Yeah. Well, it's weird. Like we know for the Panthers at some point, whether it's this year, next year, at some point the run will end. And I would think most of us would just be like anybody but the Leafs. You know what I mean? Frank says, who else feels confident about game 7? Not me. Wasted opportunity last night. I mean, I don't know why we would not feel confident. We've seen them play like that before, and then the next night be just absolutely on fire. I wouldn't mind seeing Verhaeghe get moved back up, Samoskevich come back in. So we could have definitely used a little bit of extra jump last night. I wasn't all crazy about Bohlquist there last night. I know he got the goal. Or maybe if Erod's ready to go. Ted, I don't know about Rodriguez, right? Brian says after game 4, you pick Leafs in 7. Well, it is what it is now. Dietrich picked Leafs in 7. David says we're winning in 7. Kazuma says I'm supposed to go on vacation Monday. I don't want to go knowing we got eliminated by the Leafs. You know, I just thought of something. I don't even want to. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to put that out there. I'm going to take that thought. I'm going to throw it in the garbage. I'm not even thinking that. Nope. No. Occam says, if the Panthers lose, I'll just have to stay away from my watering hole for a couple of weeks. No big deal, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the 6-1, Frank, right? It's like we couldn't get a goal. Yeah, we were supposed to win last night to enjoy the long weekend. Exactly. I don't know, Dietrich. I don't know. Bipolar says St. Louis Blues lost by 4 and 5 on home ice the year they won the Cup. I mean, teams lose in the playoffs, right? Yeah, Stephen. Paging Mr. Reinhardt. Now that I will agree with. Swaggy, we're bitching about Verhaeghe, but at least he's getting his chances. You know what I mean? Holy crap. Thank you, Great White. Oh, my God. Damn, brother. Holy crap. Took me a second to see that. Thank you, my friend. Good Lord, brother. Damn, 100 straight. All right, I'm awake now. He says, the Panthers lose game 7. I'm moving to Canada. I'm done. No, you can't do that. We're good. Damn, thank you, man. Shit, that's a good way to start the day. Zuma says, if we had lost and played well, I would not be mad, but the way we lost and no effort was, it was, I don't even know if it was no effort. It was, they played like they were protecting a lead. They played like they were protecting a lead. I think they just assumed they would get a goal and keep locking it down. Yeah, Reinhardt. Yeah, Reinhardt. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Ryan's is questionable for Game 7. Ruby says he might not be healthy enough. Frank, I agree about Bob needing to steal one. Ted, yeah, no, I'm not. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't know anything about Prince Harry and Meghan. I don't know anything about any of those types of things. I'm the last person that should speak about that stuff. I couldn't tell you. Trump's president. That's what I know. That's what I know. I stopped paying attention to that stuff after COVID. It just is. It's useless. Harwood said, during the middle of Game 3, everyone here thought we were toast. After Game 5, everyone thought we were invincible. Everyone needs to calm down. Remember, the Panthers have been here before. We've been here before. I mean, that's true, right? We were down 3-1 to Boston, et cetera, et cetera. That's true. So many narratives on Sunday, you know. The Leafs trying to get rid of their demons, and Florida ain't never going to say this publicly. Never going to get any of these guys to talk about it. You know damn well behind the doors, the Panthers got to be. I would be epically disappointed if they are not talking amongst themselves like we can't let this be the team. We can't let this team be the one that ends the run. Like, that's got to play into it. It has to play into it. It just, I expect every ounce of energy they have in Game 7. And if you win, just forget about Game 1 in Carolina. Just take a nap. All right? Because we'd be sleeping anyway. Christian, hey, I appreciate that. We're getting close. Yeah, we're getting close to 9,000. Maurice never seems like he's freaking out. No, not you. You won't catch that on when he's talking to the media. He's too careful with his words. Very careful with his words. Frank was saying every shot last night was to Wall's chest. Yeah, I was talking about that last night. I mean, like, so many of the shots, he just like right into the belly. He didn't even have to move. Dietrich says, when do those dangle recommendations disappear? Oh my God. You know, it was funny. I didn't watch this morning. I didn't want to watch this morning. I didn't want to do it. And so I watched the Panthers highlights, the press conferences, right? I watched them talking. And then in the corner, the next video came up for the next set of Panthers interviews. And I clicked it, and it didn't take, and YouTube immediately started the dangle one. And I got like 3 seconds in, and I'm like, no! I like yelled at my laptop. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that. I had to hit the back button, and because I just wanted to watch the interviews. That's all I was interested in. Like, no YouTube, and of course for dangle now that'll be the one view somebody clicked off after 3 seconds. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. Well, you guys saw the recap last night. It's like the post game was just short. Honestly, the post game was about 5 minutes. When I started the post game, I said this is going to be a short post game. But what I was really going to say, I was this close to just press and record saying we sucked. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. And that was going to be the whole post game. When I figured this time of year, there's too many people watching to pull that off. I said that probably That's not right. People look forward to the videos. That's not right. Give them 5 minutes. But I could have vomited on camera last night. That just the way that went down was so uncharacteristic of what we're used to. To have it go to be 0-0 and then the Ekblad and the Bob and the Matthews, it's just like, this is like, what is happening here? Great White says, Josh, what's my thought on Stolarz? Would the game be different if he was playing? I don't know. I mean, whoa, shut us out. But we're not shooting. I mean, last night's shot placement was horrible. It was awful. Luosterainen got open, missed the net. Verhaeghe missed the net. Right there with 3 minutes left. Wide open net. Come on. I know I'm not saying we would have won the game, but at least it would have been back to 1 goal with a few minutes left. So I don't know what changes with Stolarz. Maybe it's not 6-1. Maybe the other game wasn't 6-1. Maybe, right? Ryan says Toronto wants revenge for losing to Boston in Game 7 of last year's playoff. Yeah. I mean, look. We know eventually the Panthers are going to lose. That's just given. But there's no guarantee that eventually Toronto's going to win. Right? So we'll see. I can't even think forward at this point. It's just like today I'm just like clocking out a little bit. We're going to stream the game tonight. I doubt that I'm sober. I doubt. I'm either going to be inebriated or really irritable, one or both. And then I'll check back in tomorrow. But this morning I'm just like, what? How? Like, we know that they do the thing where they make it harder on themselves. But Game 6 at home, you already know who you're going to be playing. You already know Carolina's done. How do you show up in the first period and just like a Saturday afternoon skate? And I kept waiting for them to turn it on. And I think what both teams were just waiting for the other one to make a stupid mistake. And we made the stupid mistake first, which never happens. Johnny says also how similar this game was to Vegas Edmonton before the third. Yeah. Hey, Sabuka. Oh, man, you ruined your sleep schedule. Jeez, that's rough. That's rough, man. I'm going to go turn my air conditioning on. I'll be right back. It got warm in here. It's hot today. All right. Hopefully, Rod, yeah. The dude had hit his stick as he shot, David. I wasn't sure. When you're talking about on the Verhaeghe one, I wasn't sure if that's exactly what had happened. Gator, what I mean is that at some point, the Panthers won't be the Stanley Cup champs, whether it's this year, next year. That's all I'm saying, is that at some point, we will lose the playoff series, right? Well, Soylent, the problem is they won a cup last year with it. So tell that to Maurice, right? David says, smoking fatty. That was last night. As soon as the recap was done, I was blazing, and Kyle drank all. He took the one Mike's hard lemonade and just guzzled the whole thing. Just gone. It's gone. Jay says the team that takes the series win for granted loses, right? Sunshine, yeah, it was going to overtime. I agree. Yeah, we got hockey on Sunday now. I know. Yeah, we gave them hope, that's for sure. So your game started at midnight. That's still rough. Yeah, the West Coast one started at 3. That's like go to bed and wake up, right? So it was the Verhaeghe shot, David. Brad says, is Bob okay after the elbow from Bennett knocking his helmet off and hitting his head off the post? I hadn't thought about that. I mean, he looked okay. I mean, the Matthews goal, I think it was a bad goal. Some people disagree. It don't matter because it won the game, you know. Yeah, now if Nice can't play, that would hurt. There's no doubt about that. But I don't want to sit there and count on that. You know, we just got to come out. I mean, there is no tomorrow. The Panthers just did not play that game with the intensity that they needed to play. They played scared. Hey, Johnny, on the football channel, I did a Dolphins schedule review on the football channel. Ryan says, Jets can follow what Leafs did last night, and that's play your game and block your shots and win on the road. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if that goes 7 as well. Occam says, I imagine if Nice can stand up, he's playing. Hey, JC, notifications. Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? Yes, it will be lots of coffee. So Petraro says, do I think the whole team felt tired for winning 3 games in a row and didn't show up? I think they thought Toronto had already quit. I don't care what Maurice says. The analytics of game 5 and everything else that he was talking about, how that was a tight game. It was 6-1, Paul. What matters is what's on the scoreboard. The analytics and chances and all of that, it's horseshit. Don't mean nothing. If you're getting a bunch of chances and your analytics are good, but you're not putting the puck in the back of the net, means your shot placement sucks, you got goalie. That's it. It's not that deep, Paul. Score 6, good. Scored none, bad. It's not comparable. Maurice pisses me off sometimes. Sunshine says, if Bob isn't concussed from that, then Stolarz clearly is dealing with something else besides the Bennett bump. Was it my imagination, or did Stolarz get hurt in the head or in the neck earlier in the season? Because that's what I thought the Bennett thing would have done, was like stretch his neck out. Did he have a neck issue before early this season, or is that my imagination? Yeah, exactly, Ted. There's no tomorrow. It won't be, IDK. It won't be. Now we're dooming again. Exactly. Yeah, everyone played a step or a second slow, right? Okay, so Colin, yeah, so he had a neck injury earlier in the season. Now, I'm not a doctor. I just tell you my personal experience that when my neck gets really tight, or if my TMJ and in here is really bothering me, I get nauseous to the point where I almost feel like I'm going to throw up. And I have medication specifically for that. So if he had a neck issue, I mean, I said it when the Bennett thing happened. I said that looks like it would have stretched out his neck and done something to his neck more than like a real strong blow to the head. But they ain't going to tell us that. And the Leafs aren't going to make that, information available. David, you also have medicine, but not from Big Pharma. That's what I normally will use. But I get too many body aches. I get too many body aches the next day, so I can't do it on a regular basis. Johnny says the way we can do good tomorrow, we draw penalties early and fly high and go aggressive. And that's the other thing we didn't even talk about. They had 2 power plays in the first period. And it is putzing around. I swear to God, Barkov. Like, Barkov is like, okay, this is for you guys. Okay? For you guys. You know how when you're having that argument with your woman, and just there's absolutely no possible way, nothing you say is going to make her see logic and reason. She's in her feels, she's feeling emotional, and just no amount of logic is going to help. That is how I feel about Barkov and the passing of the puck. He's got such a good shot. And it's just like, could you please, every once in a while, fool the other team? Like, they know what you're going to do. Half of his offensive problems are because the team knows he's going to pass the puck. He's going to pass the puck. It's just like, could you just once in a while change it up so that the other team can't cheat on the pass? Just drives me insane. It's like, I know your defense first. I know that. But when you have the puck in the offensive zone, we're not talking about defense. Damn it. Okay. Should be a good game tonight. Lou says, I'll give Game 7 to the Panthers. They thrive in Game 7. Leafs love to break the hearts of their fans in Game 7. And that, we're going to hear that for 2 straight days. And I hope Florida don't believe any of it. I hope they don't believe any of it. Is this going to be Bills Chiefs? Is this going to be Kings Oilers, where the one team just can't get over the hump? I hope so. I hope so. We won 2 Game 7s. That was stressful for Hagee in overtime. And what we played? 30-something minutes of hockey after the Panthers had a 2-1 lead against Edmonton last year. I mean, that's stressful, man. I'm getting too old for this shit. Johnny says, you know what's insane? Both teams were waiting for each other to screw up Game 6, which both teams had the lowest shots on goal the entire series, the entire – exactly. That both teams were just waiting for the other one to make a mistake. And Ekblad said, here you go. Why did Ekblad make that mistake? This is for those of you who watch the channel enough. Why did Ekblad make that mistake? This is a question. For those of you who've been watching the noon streams, especially the last 2, why did Ekblad make that mistake last night? Let's see who figures it out. I mean, it's uncanny. Because he's not juicing anymore? No, that's definitely not it. It's on me. It's on me. Script writers who was pinching in and playing hero ball because he's Ekblad? No. What did I do in the last video that I never do? What did I do in the last noon stream, maybe the last 2 noon streams, that I never, ever, ever, ever do? Just realizing this now. Son of a bitch. Y'all can just blame me. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Colin. Yep. Oh, that looks like he's playing well. He's been solid I praised him. Every damn time. Every time I praise a player. It's like clockwork. It's guaranteed. I praised Samoskevich right out of the lineup. Oh. If we lose to the Leafs, do I turn into Steve Dangle? I'm getting concerned. Hey, thank you, Adam. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Adam. He says, here is something funny. This morning the Bluesies by my house came. Hold on. This morning the Bluesie by my house came back. Then right after, a bright red cardinal was hanging around, and the red cardinal was hanging around. What kind of sign is that? Red, blue, red, blue. There were bright red cardinals hanging around. Then a red cardinal was hanging around, but the Bluesie came back. That's a good question. I'll have to do some deep thought into that. That's a good. Which one was bigger? Which one was bigger? Say the Cardinal. Oh man, here's the traffic cone Ekblad. Not that it was completely. I mean, I understand a lot went into that. I understand that a lot went into that. I'm not solely blaming Ekblad. I'm just saying bad things happen when I say good things about players. It's just, if only I could monetize that skill. I'll make the Kermit laughter if we do something insane tomorrow. Yeah, no more praising Kazuma. No. Adam says, I know you didn't want to hear from the annoying comments for 2 days, but as a Leafs fan, I want nothing but for the best for your. I appreciate that, Adam. I appreciate that. I figured it out. I figured it out. What happened specifically? Obviously, we know that there's some Leaf fans that can come and be a certain time away, but it's the end of the season, so Kyle and I are getting a little crispy. Right, we're streaming 2 games a night a lot of times, so we're getting a little burnt. Right, my beard is itching. So I'm getting, the longer this thing gets, the more irritable I become. It's starting to get hot outside. It's humid. So it's like all that combines, and then it's that time of the year. Here come the Leaf fans because we're playing them. So it's like everything combines at one time to where. Like I'm holding on, and then I'll see a comment, and then I'll just like short circuit. Hey, thank you, Adam. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Adam. He says it was a typo. It was a Blue Jay. Then the Cardinal came. Right, and then another Cardinal came. So that if that's 2 Cardinals to 1 Blue Jay, that means the Panthers should win, right? 2-1, 2-1. The red team wins 2-1 over the blue team, right? I think that I like that, Adam. I think we'll stick with that. Gigi, yeah, there's cool Leaf fans, absolutely. JC says, what? What died quick? Hold on. I missed the first part of what you said. Yeah, I praised them. Adam says, "Yeah, I've been doing it for 3 straight years. The health is okay. Health is good. Is good. It just gets a little dicey towards the end of the year because you got the stress of the Panthers, and then we're streaming all the other games and everything like that. Miss the dogs. I miss being able to just get outside and like chill with the dogs for an hour before the game. That used to like help me like be in a better frame of mind." Kane's official social media posting keyboard with caps lock and shift keys, no caps. Gotcha. Hey, thank you, Chad. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Chad. Much appreciated, man. He says the Leafs have choked so many times with this group of players that I have no faith that we will win, but the odds of us doing it again are astronomical. You guys have a great team. May the best team win. And I appreciate that, Chad. And yeah, look, if the worst should happen, Panther fans, look at what we're complaining about. You know what I mean? David alluded to it at the beginning of the stream. It's like, how nice is it to have a team that's so great that we're like, damn it, we got to go to Game 7 and get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. It wasn't always like this around here. How, you know what I mean? It has just been an insane run, and we don't want it to end, and we certainly don't want it to end at Toronto. We'll see what the script writers got cooked up. That's all we can say. Adam says, do we take this into consideration? The Leafs have not won a Game 7. I think it was their last 10 cent. I think it's 0-6. I think it's their last 6. Now, Florida's only had the 2. No. In 96, was it Pittsburgh we took to 7? I think we beat Boston in 6. In 96, was it the Pittsburgh series that took 7? Or was that 6 also? Dave says, Jaws, all serious. Once you get to 100,000 subs, the comments will grow exponentially. Can't let the trolls get you agitated. In fact, shouldn't let anything agitate. No, yeah. Well, sure. Now, you're not wrong there, David. You're not wrong there. Like I said, it gets late in the year. I forget to eat before the noon stream. Captain C says, any word on Bob's health after that collision last night? It looked rough. It did, but, I mean, he seemed okay. I don't think I would be worried about those goals or anything being because of that. He might be sore this morning. But as long as he's breathing, he's playing. You're not buying the cursed Doom Dietrich? Right. David. Adam says, I don't think Paul Maurice has lost the Game 7. Huh. Might be right. Thomas, Pittsburgh was 7. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I thought that's what I thought I remember. It was a long time ago. So those are the only 7s. No, we have lost the Game 7. I take that back. With New Jersey. We did lose a Game 7. Yeah. David, you don't believe in any curse that said Matthews played great, huh? I can't even watch the dangle. I just can't. I can't because I know what he's going to say. You know, a statement game for Matthews and all. I don't even want to. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. I want to spend my time here with y'all. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to. Don is here and we're going to play Uno and take the dog to the river and try to put last night out of my mind. I appreciate that, Ted. I appreciate that, buddy. Sunshine says, the fact that we made the finals back-to-back and had redemption to win the cup, life's good. Exactly. JC says, I threw out all my maple syrup and took all the leaves off the tree in the front yard. Oh. Yeah, don't ask me what tree the dogs are buried under. Bobby says, at the end of the day, I still believe this has been the best 2 teams in this 2025 playoffs. Leafs have grown. Panthers are still the alpha. Game 7 will be special. I hope it is. I really do hope it is. Either way, obviously, I want to win. But what I don't want, more than anything, I mean, I guess I'd take it if it was Florida. But I don't know. You know, you get a 4-0 lead, it could still be nervous, right? Like if you get a 4-0 lead out of the first period, now you're more, you know, they don't screw this up, right? It's going to be a 1-goal game. Oh, God, the stress that's coming. All I can say is don't panic, even if they get the first 2 goals, because we already proved we can come back from 2 goals on this team. Thomas, am I feeling nervous or confident about tomorrow's Game 7? I don't know. I won't know until tomorrow. I've blocked it out because I don't want to create negative, stressed energy about it. I've literally blocked it out. I can't even think that far. I can't. Too many things I say happen, so I want to keep my mouth shut. And that's the truth of it. I too many things I say happen, or too many times this guy's going to do great, and then I just want to keep my mouth shut until I know what I feel. Brad thinks whoever wins this series is beating the Canes to play for the cup. I would tend to agree with that. In fact, yeah, I would tend to agree with that for sure. Dietrich, odds are like a coin flip. Kazuma says, I have a Leafs trolling me on the X last 24 hours. Please, cats, give him a reason to return the favor. I can't do it. Oh boy, what a Sunday night we got. And then, I mean, I don't have to because I'm here, but I just, for all of you that have to go to work Monday morning, for all you Panther fans that have to get up Monday morning and go to work, please, 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 don't put my people through that. That's not right. Okay. Oh. JC said, I love that you're taking the dog to the river. I wholeheartedly feel like Fluffy and Ellie are out there and we'll be running. Maybe not Fluffy. He'll be barking at the white bird. Yeah. When I'm done, I'm going to eat some food. We're going to get her down there. What makes it nice is it's just a, 20-second drive. So there's no work. And just grab the leash and go. Ryan says, least the Lightning lost both games to the Rangers in the gentleman's sweep in 2022 in 6. Hey, Donna. She's up from her nap. Oh, Kasuma, no, we didn't have pancakes the first 2 games. We lost them. Last night was the only game with the pancakes that we lost. So, and I've been eating them too. So, I don't know. I might put on a special shirt. Might try some juju that way. Yeah, I I agree with Donna. Thanks for all the positivity. Because she saw me this morning. We get up and I'm sitting in the chair and I'm like, oh. And I looked. It's like 1,500 views, like 109 comments. I'm like, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. So she started reading off all the nice things people were saying. I'm like, okay, all right, it's safe. I'll go watch. They have been exciting, Ted. No doubt. No doubt. Green, you got a holiday there in Canada? Nice. So Thomas wants to know of any lineup changes for the Panthers tomorrow, Game 7. If Rodriguez is ready to go, we need him ready to go. If not, boy, on one hand, we really could use Samaskevich's energy. On the other hand, rookie in Game 7. Those are the only changes I would even consider making. I don't know about the power play. They've just got to get their act together. Sam Reinhart, what are we doing? Like, the dude has been a ghost. He's been a ghost. He's not even like getting his chances. He's just, you don't even notice him on the ice at all. Something's got to get him moving, unless he's just that wiped out. And I understand him and Barkov are doing their defensive responsibilities and all of that. Got to see the third line pick it back up too. Yeah, you see right there, there's disagreement. Adam says put Mackey in. Case says don't want a rookie in for Game 7. Right. Right, and that's the thing. But if Rodriguez can be ready to go, he's an upgrade over Boquist. I know Boquist scored, but true, yeah, the Panthers were asleep at the wheel last night. Exactly. Rave says, I might go play in traffic if they play tomorrow night like they did last night. Yeah, exactly, Ted. Well, I don't know. I mean, we won with the other line. We won with this lineup. The forward line's got to stay the same. I don't think you make any changes there. Not changing the third line. Barkov and Reinhart together, too defensively important. We need our guys to put the puck in the back of the net. I mean, Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Barkov, somebody let him know he's allowed to shoot the puck. Hey, Rosado, you going to Marlins game today? Have fun, kid. Enjoy it. Ryan says, I have a couple of people working at Publix in my store that are Panther fans that I can say what happened last night when Monday comes. Oh, God. I bet. Hopefully you don't get that chance. There was nothing worse back in the day when I was a kid, younger, 20s, 30s, and I was just diehard into the Dolphins. Like I lived and breathed the Dolphins like I do the Panthers now. They lose a game on Sunday, the whole day Monday, the whole day. Irritable, listen to the talk radio, pissed off about the game. Because, football is the once a week. So you got all week to stew about that shit. Craig, yeah, Boquist was not the same last night for sure. Thomas, 100%. They need to shoot more. We only had 20 shots on goal. We just didn't play like an elimination game. Toronto did. We didn't. So I don't care what Maurice says about the analytics. The analytics, I didn't like them when they first came out. I don't like them now. Stick, puck, net. Where did you put it? I don't care if Verhaeghe gets all the chances in the world. If your shot percentage is 3 because you keep missing high and wide. Ugh. Hey, Dietrich. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Dietrich. Dietrich not saying Dangle is as bad as Sifu. Not saying that. Oh, I can't imagine. He had to be happy, though. But it ain't over yet. Craig says E-Rob will play unless he's seriously hurt. Well, I guess I'm assuming it's a concussion. So the fact that he's missed 2 games, that's a little disconcerting. Adams going to the Marlins game. And that's true, Green. I mean, I know Barkov, Reinhart, defense. I get it. But we do need, Sam Reinhart. Where's this team without Sam Reinhart scoring goals? We're just not getting the goal support where we were last night. It's just nothing. Case says Schmidt missed the net, then was late getting back to his own shot. Schmidt doesn't inspire confidence. That's why he's on the bottom pair. Also, shooting confidence looks down. Does Barkov ever shoot like ever? Very rarely. Like very rarely are his goals off of a come into the zone, survey the options, take a shot, and score. Very rarely. A lot of times he gets the puck after somebody else shot the puck. But, it is like a miracle if he does like what Matthews did last night, making the play and then getting into the zone. Matthews shot the puck and goes in the back of the net. Barkov is going to wait for help. He's going to wait for help. He's going to coast and wait for somebody to try to come into the middle to get a better shot. And some coaches might tell you to do that. But every once in a while, like what Matthews did last night, say F it and just on net. And look at that. It wins the game. True says they got to stop the dump and chase. There's other ways to get the puck to the net. Instead of getting blocked, lob the puck over to D to land in the crease. An old play that used to work great. Well, they weren't doing the dump and chase. They was doing the dump, but they didn't want to do the chase part. I saw Sam Bennett doing that thing again where he's trying to weave in the middle of the ice through the defense. They didn't want to do the work last night. Thomas, yeah, Rodriguez is better than Boquist. Sure. He's more seasoned. He's more proven of a player for sure. Boquist is like Walmart Rodriguez. Yeah, he was decent in Game 5, but last night was not great. What do we got? Okay. Adam says, what do I think about this for Game 7? Put Brad with Bennett and Tkachuk, make a killer line. I know Brad is doing good with Lundell, but this is going to put Toronto on their ass. Let's put it this way. I think if we get halfway through that game again and we're shut out again, you might see some kind of changes. You might see him start to just put some things together to see if something could happen. I think we'll start the game as normal-ish. But, yeah, I would think that – and another thing that you could see, if they really get into a tight spot, and we need to shorten the bench a lot, I would put Lundell with Barkov and Reinhart and Marchand with Bennett and Tkachuk. If we get into a situation where we're like desperate, the last period of play and we need a goal or even two, you really start to get top heavy there. You could do that. Because I know Lundell's not a winger, but he could, with him and Barkov and Reinhardt on the ice, the puck's going to go in the back of the net somewhere. Kazuma, yeah, YouTube. It was my first recommendation. Yep. How much for Jaws to clean shave? Oh, I don't want a clean shave. I don't want to do that. I haven't clean shaven in decades. It's not a good look for me. Face is too skinny and it's too white, right? Rosado. You see me smiling this morning, don't you, Rosado? I'm here. Let's put it that way. I'm here. Donna was here last night. I'm here this morning at noon. You put A and B together. Craig says, having Mackey on the top line will protect him a little bit if Barkov and Reinhardt need the energy. That's kind of what I was thinking about. Is just like we needed somebody to push one of those lines last night. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it would, but it wouldn't, to see if, but only if Erod's not healthy enough to play. That would be the only way Samoskevich would get on, is instead of Boquist and move Verhaeghe back up. Jake, he started it, Jake. Well, they have to, Thomas. He's asking if the Panthers can find their game and play better for tomorrow night. They have to. It'll be a completely different mindset. They'll be on the road. They're going to get on the plane. They're going to talk about what the hell happened. It'll be the us against the world thing. They'll show up. I have every confidence they're going to show up the way we need them to show up. But you still need the bounces. You still need the puck in the back of the net. True, it's interesting. He says, it really seems like we wanted to go to Game 7 last night. The way that the body, and I am not suggesting that this is true. I want to preface this. I'm not suggesting that this is true. But the way that the body language of the players for the Panthers was last night, it was as if they were like, well, we have to lose this game because the script says so. So let's just kind of come out here and pretend to try to win the game. That's how we looked. Like, I know that that's not the case, but they looked like they were disinterested. Like, just, so game 7, they'll be better, right? Forzado says, Sergei's the key to tomorrow's game. Can't give up the 5-hole. Ray says, if I'll put this in the universe, if Brad gets the game-winning goal tomorrow, I'll buy a jersey. Nice. I agree there, Bob, with the softy, Brad. Yeah. Yeah, they had like 32 blocked shots. But we got to crash the net. If the shot is blocked, also, if the shot is blocked, there's a rebound. We got to be quick. We got to be quicker to get to those pucks so we can have a little bit of sustained zone time. We did it a couple times, so we need to do it more. Toe Drag says Leafs remain undefeated in the second round game 7s for 20 years. Corey says maybe he throws Nosek back on the top line. If we get desperate, if we get desperate and start shortening things, hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully it's just 2-1 with a period and a half left like it was against Edmonton, and we can all just sit there rocking in our chairs trying to comfort ourselves, watching the clock run by 1 minute at a time. That's like really the best case scenario. It ain't going to be 6-1 again. Maybe it'll be 8-2 Panthers. Hey, Jeff. He says, Jaws, if tomorrow is indeed the end, I appreciate yet another season of Flying Fluffy and may this channel continue to grow near 10K subs for the Panthers. Channel is awesome. I appreciate that, Jeff. I appreciate everything you do, man. All of you. If it ends for Florida tomorrow, begrudgingly, Kyle and I will be there for game 1 of both the Eastern and Western Conference. We're not stopping. We're not stopping. I can't promise that we're going to be in a good mood about it. I don't promise that at all. But we're not stopping. Greg says, plus Mackey has an itchy trigger finger like my mustache is itchy. He'll shoot the puck. Exactly. He'll shoot from anywhere. We need, how we need like some of the veterans to rub off on the young kids. We need some of the Mackey to rub off on like Barkov, Reinhardt, Barkov especially. It's like, see, you're allowed to shoot. Jeff says, I just hate the idea of waiting for game 7. There's no guarantees. I don't deny we're built for it, but we're not perfect. Honestly, I'm sure the players would like, can we play this game today? Can we play it now? Like, I'm sure our guys are just like itching to get out there. Okay, yeah, Paul said in game 5, crush the D, so in game 7 they have nothing left. Right. Jeez, true. Wow. How much to do a Maroon 65 cover for the game 1 intro? Oh, Maroon 5? I can't sing that high. I can't sing that high. Maybe when I was younger, but especially it's hard on me this time of the year. The vocal cords are fried. Jaw hurts. I don't think I can sing that high. Craig says when Gus looks awkward skating, you can tell he's phoning it in. Oy. All right, let's see what Carlos says. He says, I have my conspiracy theorist hat on. I think the Cats let Matthews score, pressures off of him, and ends the possibility of him potentially getting a game-winning goal and ending the slump. Huh. Interesting. I thought, if you watched the recap after the second period, I thought the first team that scored was going to lose. because I thought that everybody's playing not to lose. They're all playing super, super tight. So I thought whoever got the first goal, the other team was going to panic and just like get 2 quick goals and win the game. I was wrong. And it makes me mad. That pisses me off because they scored first. I was like, okay, let's go, Panthers. Let's go. We're gonna wake up. It's just 10 minutes left. All we got to do is beat the crap out of them for 10 minutes, get our couple goals, and the game is over. And that ain't what happened. Jeff says we have to get a lead. We're that team that doesn't squander leads. If we fall behind, that's where I worry. Yeah. Sunshine says the script is real if there's another Game 7 Toronto loss, right? Communist, that's exactly it. They need that extra motivation. Watch the interviews. Watch Nosek and Tkachuk's interviews from yesterday. Nosek especially. They're asking him about Game 7. He's smiling. He's like, yeah, this is – it's almost like they wanted it. It's almost like they went out there and figured, well, if we win, if Toronto does something stupid and we can win, okay. But if not, we'll get them in Game 7. And look at what they did with Edmonton. It's just – Oh, this love, I can't sing. I used to be able to sing that song. I can't sing that song anymore. It's too high for me, Rosado. Yeah, Carlos, take the blood pressure medicine. Yeah. Do I think Dallas clinches or Winnipeg? I think we're going 7. I think both series is going 7. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think they're both going to go 7. Yeah, the Santana cover because I'm covering Rob Thomas. That was well, but Rob Thomas is down here and, Levine is way up there. Yeah, true. He's got the moves like Barkov. That's not a bad idea, though. But not Bar. It had to be somebody else, though. Barkov's got some moves. We don't use them. Greg says adrenaline has to be pumped in massively for Game 7. They're junkies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could do David Lee Roth because he's got that I can do that raspy stuff. Yeah, he's not quite as high, and it's his vernacular is a little bit slower, a little bit more evenly paced. Yeah. The problem is I wouldn't want to change the words of the song to just the gigolo. I would just want to keep the words the same. So I would have a problem with the rewrite. Oh. When are we getting the Hall & Oates cover? I know. I'll be back to my normal next year. It's been a long year, Rosal. It has been a long, hectic. I haven't even been public about the half of it. You know what I mean? It has been a long year. Things are good now. So, all right. On that note, I'm gonna go out there, eat some lunch. We're gonna try to get Leia to the river. Hopefully, there's not too many people down there. It's Saturday. Shouldn't really be. I told them to leave me alone, so we should be good to go. All right, tonight, I know everybody's excited for Dallas and the Jets because why would we want to watch another Panther game? Oh, God, we got to do it tomorrow night, but we'll be live tonight first. Dallas and the Jets. Winnipeg's going to win that game because we're going to have 2. We're going to have 2 Game 7s, right? So thank you all very, very much for all the super chats. Genuinely appreciate it right from the bottom of my heart and the top of my wallet. That's for sure. All right. We'll see you tonight. I guess the game is 8 tonight. 8 tonight, 7:30 tomorrow for whatever reason. 7:30 on Sunday. So we'll see you tonight. if I can end the stream properly.